first things first, security. How prepared are the security clusters to take care of the Erongo region coming this festive season?
Thank you very much. I think we are fortunate, I should say, that we just received a contingent from Windhoek, from the NAMPOL colleagues, members, that went to Erongo region to intensify or reinforce the members of the Erongo team of the NAMPOL security cluster to address issues of security and crime. So I think they will be all over. But I think what is also important is that our members of the community should always be vigilant and also try not to expose themselves to situations where it can expose themselves.
Now, we also, of course, still in the midst of a pandemic, fighting, of course, then a new variant, that being in Omicron. Now, with the increase, of course, of particularly residents now in the Erongo region, how prepared is the healthcare sector to ensure that they're able to tackle emergencies, of course, and specifically on the COVID variant?
Yes, I think for the region, we have quite a number of good infrastructure that we have invested in. Space, we have enough space, equipments. They are ready for in case we have a high number of hospitalization. Of course, what we are seeing currently is that we have more hospitalization. The numbers of positive cases are going up, but fortunately the death rates are low. But what we're also seeing is that the hospitalization cases, 60% of those that are hospitalized are those that are not vaccinated. So there's a correlation in that. But what is concerning to us is the healthcare workers. We also see a number of them getting positive. That means that it will have a staff shortage in terms of healthcare workers treating those that are getting positive and coming to the hospitals. And I think that is the challenge that we have. But in terms of infrastructure, we are fine.
Now, of course, when we look at this very tricky virus that we are dealing with here, just as businesses were sort of feeling a lot better and more positive in terms of overall transactions and increase in spending, here we got the Omicron virus. How can individuals as well as businesses make sure that we do not, or we rather learn from the lessons of the second and the third wave?
Yeah, first I think the experience also in terms of in the region in addressing especially this virus is being united, working together, working in collaboration with the sectors, different sectors to address and fight this virus. What we did is that we wrote to the business establishment in the region recently to remind them to ensure that they enforce the protocols. And also the church leaders, we also wrote to them to say that let us always ensure that when people come into our vicinities or into our spaces, they wear the masks, they are sanitized, and they sort of ensure that there's a social distancing. But what is important also is that vaccination. We continue to spread the vaccination message throughout. We also currently also going to have this week in Karibib a drive-through where we can continue to engage and mobilize the community in getting vaccinated. So it is a collaborative effort and also spreading the same message of adhering to the protocols and also vaccination. That is basically what we are looking at.
Indeed. Now, of course, Governor, we're looking at a situation, of course, now where festive season, an increase in travelers, that of course means more vehicles on the road, particularly to your region where road fatalities have been on the increase as well. What plan does the region have around specifically getting the message out there and of course then overall in ensuring that we have far less people losing their lives on our roads?
Yeah, no, thank you. Road safetyness is quite important during this time of the festive season, and of course we would want to have people to reach their destination safely, and then also spend the festive season, a joyous festive season with their families and their friends. But of course, we have sort of a number of mechanisms that we have put in place to at least ensure that the roads are safe for all of us. One is that we have the Arandes traffic management and road emergency management system, which was recently launched. That system is fully operational, and it is monitoring all those that are violating the road rules, traffic rules, and it also is, you will be monitored throughout the B2 road. That's one, and we urge people that are using that road to drive in the limited speed. The second is that, of course, in Swakopmund we have ever vigilant traffic team who will be on the road during this time, because Swakop is always full. So that is also one. And then in Walvisbaai we have what the municipality calls the bus bus. The bus bus is not a bus where people go drink.
Yes, you said.
It is a bus that if you are found driving under the influence of alcohol, you'll get yourself there. So basically, what is said is that when that bus is fully computerized, it has breathalyzers. It has computer system that can look at people that are having warrant of arrest. It also has a small cell. So it is a bus that is fully fledged in also looking at the traffic, and it will move around in the town, and will also have some road sporadic roadblocks to look at the users of the road. And then the final one is we have the road safetiness campaign, which is in collaboration with the MBA Fund, the NAMPOD, Erongo Red, and the NAMPOL as well as NBC also radio, where they are also having NAMPOL having a helicopter operating around and going to sort of look at the road users and ensure that we have a smooth and peaceful festive season. So this is basically just to ensure that we have a festive season that is quiet in terms of road accidents, and also people are joyous and they get to their destination, and they reach the new year in good numbers, in good health.
Safety first, always.